Hello everyone, and welcome back to another part. What did I say I was going to do last time? Do a hunt. That's what I said I was going to do. I believe it's Hawk's Cry Hill or something. Hawk's Cry Cliff. So let's go and deal with this guy then, shall we? Simple as that, really. We're just gonna go and kill this fucker.
Ready, go?
I believe it's gonna be just a solo fight for once, which is nice.
Faster.
You don't get a lot of these, I find. Only issue is that I gotta find it first. So there's nothing here, which means I went the wrong way. Unfortunately, I'll have to try going somewhere else. We'll know when we reach them because our game will just stop and pull us off our thing, so. Hawk's Cry Cliff, huh? We're really not finding him anywhere here? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Straight home now.
Here we go. Where is it? This is the gelatinous whatever. This is the gelatinous thing that we need for that other dragon slayer thing. Or whatever it's called. So let's get it.
Took us unawares, did you? Too slow.
I have no potions. Damn. Got him. Oh, precision block. That was stupidly dangerous. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Get him down. Oh, fuck me, man. Yeah, no, that's what happens when you don't have any potions. That's kind of annoying. Why can't he just restock potions automatically, man? God. It'd make the game so much fucking more convenient.
Fly, Ambrosia.
No one likes stocking up on gear. Just give me the gear. Just have me respawn with it full. I don't know, reduce it from 4 and 2 or whatever to like half of that. That way if I, you know, I don't know.
No need to ride
Just
from here.
simple as like if you have less resources, and that way it respawns every time. That way you just have to play better.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Save your players some time.
Are you sure you can carry all that? There you are. You won't be disappointed.
What? I had the fucking... Oh my god. Why didn't I see potions down there? Am I fucking blind? Oh, did I fucking misread the numbers as 0? Like a fucking idiot. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It was not gold. It was a different color. Those motherfuckers, they do. They give you full potions when you die. That's right. Oh, that's so fucking stupid. That's right. I completely forgot they do that.
Be safe. It's us or them.
Fuck. Ah, damn it. You got me.
All yours, Torvald. Well done,
Got it. I'm too good at this game, man, to not land those. Got it. Got it.
We're all ready. You're a fine hound. That's better.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
There's a good boy.
Get wrecked. I used all my potions, but, you know, hey, that's just the way it goes. When you're learning a new playstyle, you know, focusing on blocking rather than phasing in and stuff, you just gotta play a little bit more risky.
But it's dead now. Whatever it was.
Cool. Back to the hideaway. We can make ourselves some new gear. So let's do exactly that.
Jill looked white as a sheet when we bought her.
Back, are ya? What do you want?
Scarlette. Ah, fuck.
That it?
I don't know where we get Scarlet from, so I guess we'll have to leave that for now. We'll probably be getting it soon, I'd say. Might get it from, like, icon fights, maybe, or something. Yeah, I like this. I think this is a very good ability. I don't really care about the AoE. I will say I'm a little bit annoyed. We only have 3 icons that we can switch between. That makes it super fucking limited. However, I am assuming that in the same way that we have Garuda is kind of a wind-based icon, I'm willing to bet that Bahamut's also a wind-based icon. Not wind, but air-based. I'm willing to bet that a lot of these guys will have similar styles. That way you don't have to worry about giving up air combos all the time. You know? Maybe. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3. So there's Bahamut's. No, there's probably like what? Like it's Bahamut, Odin, and then Shiva.
Not alive. Otto. Is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet.
I think it's very obvious Kupka's being imprisoned.
Let me know when you find something.
So.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world?
Sid's daughter?
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
Is absolutely Sid's daughter.
Staying this time.
Right?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
No, it's Vivian's daughter.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I don't know if it was intended as one, but
Well,
okay. That's
Clive,
fine.
you heard
Go
the
right ahead.
Professor.
Do whatever you really feel
So,
like.
I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on.
Is that Otto's daughter or something?
Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto.
Student of engineering at the University of Canver. She's a well-versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the Twins, and means to put that knowledge in use of the hideaway. Obelus. From his merchant seaman days, now serving as a ferryman between the shoats of Benimua and Clive's hideaway. Known to be a trustworthy, tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause at Sid's death, after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate their new hideaway in the lake.
Got my gill.
Chief of Clive's hideaway, Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway.
What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well.
It is
Sick
Sid's
to
daughter.
see you
I was
now.
right. Okay.
All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
You
me?
motherfucker.
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs something from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Okay, so Sid, obviously in most of the games, Sid is a carpenter. He works on your airship and gets it built
Materials and
and
tools.
working, right? That's a very
Carrying
big
that
staple,
thorn.
is Sid and his airship. In this game, Sid never really got a chance to do any mechanic stuff. However, he was relatively good with mechanics, I guess, which we learned because, like you said, he taught his daughter everything he knew. And then she went off to study even more. So he was somewhat well-versed with some, I guess, mechanics and machinery maybe or something. But obviously he sent his daughter off to get even better.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
And so now she's back to, I guess, take all her hard work.
Blackthorn,
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Supply kit. Here you go, buddy. Do what you can with this, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do.
Maybe she is.
Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks.
Clive, what do you want?
Levin bolt and the earth shard gives us, ooh, grindstone.
No scratches, all right? And?
So we got the platinum sword. Now let's see what this looks like. So this is the earth blade. Interesting. It's not too bad. It's unique. I don't know how much I like it. I kind of like the plain platinum sword a little bit more. I like the coral sword the most so far. I was hoping maybe we get like
It's
some sort
back
of like
from
curved
Canva.
scimitar
Have you seen her?
You know, reminiscent
Just
of like
now.
their style of weapons.
She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
I bought BattleBit
It's
on
paid
Steam.
100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
So she's the one who made our filters.
Send the stuff on to
Oh,
Mid when
holy
it comes
shit.
Thank you.
That's right. The guys in the garden area told us, like, you'll have to ask Mid how this thing works. And I was like, oh,
Let's see if
okay, cool.
Barnab's
I was like, who's Mid? We'll have to read up on her. I've never heard anything about her. That's why. It's because Mid is it's Sid's daughter, so we never heard her name. And if we did, it was when the one guy mentioned, like, when we gave her that note from Mid. So it's very likely that, like, we never actually heard her name until now, or until then. Interesting. Okay.
Should be enough.
Hey, Carpenter, got a job for you.
How do, Master Sid?
Why don't we get his bearer symbol off?
Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch 'em, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other feller? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Yep, because now I basically saved all your asses time and time again. So before we teleport away, let's go read our notes there. I feel like we've gotten quite a few now.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her.
Let's see. Homecoming. I apologize for what happened to Rosalith. I fear what might have been had not you. I fear what might have been had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Oh, I fear what might have been had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall forever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and trouble has left me with much sadness in my heart, but the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. As long as you promise to stop using your abilities, yes. Yes, they will be. So long as she doesn't turn to stone before the end of the game, let's consider that a happy ending. But it's very likely that she's probably going to end up having to die. Either that, or she's going to almost die, and then Clive is going to instead sacrifice himself. And then Joshua and the others are going to end up surviving.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Oh, it's that bridge that we couldn't go to before. Cool. Go visit, shall we? Is this area always going to be in fog now? After the 5-year time gap? It's kind of upsetting, but oh well.
Come on.
run like the wind.
Yes, let's ride. Oh, for crying out loud.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with feet. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could...
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
And this is when I die a horrible death to a lowly spider. And he has to blame himself for it because of his selfishness.
This shouldn't take long.
God, man, there's just more and more coming, huh? Okay, I don't know why you went for that one of all people, but okay. I don't have any potions either. Yeah, this is the only one that can really do without is honestly the lightning one. Ramu, he's not really necessary in my opinion for my build. My build prioritizes heavy damage. I don't have any potions. I gotta remember to buy them. I need to get like Judgment maxed out though if I want to get rid of Ramu, because then I don't have an AOE,
That should do it.
which is bad.
You made short work of that lot.
One thing I could do
Thank you, son. Now my...
How long is it since the village was
is if I go back, I can drop Ignition as a fully
People started
mastered
packing their things after the duchy fell.
and
the
work
Blight
on
and
getting the
Imperials
Thunder
just
one
couldn't
fully
make ends meet.
mastered, and then I could move back over to Phoenix.
Be nigh on a decade since the last wagon
Then I
left.
could throw Judgment Bolt
Oh, it may as well have been a century.
on
Place.
Stone
the crest I
Boy
remember.
or even on Garuda
I'm sorry.
and get rid of that spam attack one instead.
Don't
That way Garuda has an
Can't live in
AoE
the
up.
past.
I would
Matter
have an
isolated.
AoE
As
smash,
soon as I'm done saying a prayer
and
for
then I
those
would
that raised me,
have
it's on
the
your
ignition
highway. I'll meet you
along with the Phoenix Rising uppercut. Maybe. That is something that we could consider. Let's see. Let's look at my ability makeup and see if it's possible to work with that. So, because what I'm thinking here is basically we ditch this, but we max out Judgment Bolt for the damage, because I really like Judgment Bolt. But to master it, I need a lot of points. How far could I get with the master? Let's reset this bad boy. Let's unlock it, so that will give me more damage with it. Reset this. Let's unupgrade this. 5,600. I don't have enough ability points anywhere for that, do I? It doesn't matter how much I reset. No, I don't have enough ability points in the game to master this. That is a tough build. Damn, that sucks. Maybe I don't need to get that anyways. No, I want to keep the block. That's why I'm sticking with this one, because I want the block. I think that could be fun. I don't care about this one, though. Out of all of them, I don't care about this one, which is why I want to completely eliminate this. But I want to keep Judgment Bolt, because it's such a good move. But maybe... I want to be able to dash into enemies again. That's so useful. Maybe I can ditch Ramu for now. We'll upgrade Ignition. We won't bother mastering it. Same thing with that. I don't care about that or upgrading that. We got that. Don't want to master that. Okay, and then we'll buy Judgment Bolt, but we won't use it. I guess is what we'll do. So we'll swap out these two. Here, we'll make this one Titan. This one Phoenix. We'll make this Ignition. We'll give this guy Upheaval. So that way I got my AoE. I don't have that insane single target, unfortunately, but once we do, we'll drop this, because this isn't very good. This is good for, like, the... What is it? It's good for destroying people's things. Bars, stagger, right? But that's literally it. It's our best move for destroying enemy stagger. But it's not really necessary. We destroy stagger with this move and hitting them relentlessly. So, yeah, that's how we like to do things anyways. So for now, we'll just work on getting this guy maxed out, but it's going to be a long time.
Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
We're not going to bother going there. We're going to get out of here because I don't have any potions. So I feel like we should just book it and get the fuck out while we're still alive and we haven't died. Got some slight build changes going on here, so hopefully it's not going to fuck with my button mapping too much. That's the only thing I got to be careful of.
Business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I don't think so.
It'd better all be here.
Charging me quite a bit there, you know. Let's see, what's how good are these things?
So what it be?
At max reinforcement. Not much better, huh? 4 and 3. What am I wearing? Platinum cannons? Yeah, these guys. Hunter's arm cloths +1. I need Earth and Fury.
And?
But I can just say fuck it and buy it, right?
And what can I do for you? You'll not find a better price than that.
I don't want to buy more than one.
Clive.
Let's see. Can I upgrade it, or do I need Earth and Fury to upgrade it? I do need Earth and Fury to upgrade it.
That it? Fine.
This will see what we get. Earth and Fury or Scarlet Lights or something. Whichever one comes first.
How's it coming along?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Give her a little bit more emotion, animators. Come on. Because it's in-game character models doesn't mean you can't give them more emotion. Breath of the Earth. Is that the alts? What the fuck does that do? Oh. This is just permanent.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you?
Unfortunately, no, it's not your good deed for the day done. Technically, it is. We gotta do some more stuff. I have to go into this door, unfortunately, and start the story thing before I can do the actual thing I want to do.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Great
You
Gregor.
have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Talia
That's
has
an
tasked
interesting
me
name.
with removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows herb lore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look, and fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue...
Do no harm, huh? Okay, cool. I doubt it, but let's keep going.
Here for another of my lectures. How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Not for long, if I can help it. I shall make it forever permanent as the new god of the world.
Tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. The curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of... I can't help but worry.
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go find them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid.
I don't know why you don't go find them,
I'm
but
sorry to
you're the one
trouble
who
you with
got them
this.
into this mess. But I guess
plan
that's
was to
fine.
intercept the
If you
slaver
don't want
somewhere in
to,
the
I
Dragon's
will.
Ferry. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Oh no, it's a tailing mission. But with an actual dog. Get it? Tail. Because dogs have tails, and we're going to be tailing the dog probably legitimately. Okay, let's go. Bar Cries Cliff. The village of Amber, I believe, is literally right here. So this will be the Amber one, I think. Yeah, because Dragon's Avery is not here. Dragon's Avery is where we fought Garuda.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Enough of you, are there?
Thank you. Okay, dude. Camera, stop autofocusing on enemies. Really pissing me off now. There has to be... Can I fix that? The way the camera works? I guess target follow? Maybe? I don't know.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Ba-dum, bam, bam, ba-da-dum, bam, bam. You know what's crazy? I've almost got all my videos for next week recorded, which is kind of crazy. It's Friday, you know, and I've got Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday's video, and then I just got to record a video for Thursday, Friday, and I also have to edit them all, but I'll have some extra time tomorrow there. I'll be pretty good ahead on videos, which will be nice. It means I'll be able to consider maybe recording a mini side series of like one of the old Final Fantasies. I think I'd like to maybe try and keep like newer style games for the main Monday to Friday. And because I do want to go back and play some old like RPGs and stuff and just old games, things like Dark Cloud, games that I have played and wanted to finish but never get around to, you know, Final Fantasy, the old ones up to like 9 or whatever. I could probably do like 10 and 10-2 as like a main Monday to Friday series. But like the older ones, and then also even like Legend of the Dragoon I want to do. It's on PS5. It's on the PS1 classics now, so that could also be fun. So yeah, I think about maybe trying to record maybe 1 or 2 videos for Saturday and Sunday, maybe just one video, but making it kind of like an inconsistent thing, not something that happens every week, but just every now and then I'll record an extra video or something.
Sid, if you don't
I don't
mind me
know.
asking,
I'll see.
What are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, It's good to see.
Don't thank me, just.
It's just over there. What makes you think the beastmen wouldn't come and follow you? What the fuck?
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Not for long. I missed the timing, which is unfortunate because it was so close. I missed the timing again. Damn, sucks that Ignition doesn't count as a parry. Be cool if it did. I feel like it should count as a parry, you know? That way it's kind of like a safe move you can always use on enemies, but that's fine. Developers can do what they want with their game.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Cool. Some sidey quests done. Time to go back to the hideaway.
The little ones have been up to their old trick.
Is there... Do I have a thing that gives me more ability points, actually? Fuck, that's right. There's one that does exist. I don't have it, though, do I? No, it was something I had to buy. Okay, we'll have to take a look and see if I can buy that thing. We'll deal with this first. That's fine. It should give us a new renown reward, I feel.
Back. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole,
Interesting. So they make the Cursebreakers take off their brands. That way they can move freely in the
my
overworld.
ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Clive, I'm just gonna say right now, this camera angle is not doing anything for you. You look pretty bad. He really does. He looks awful in that camera angle. But we're level 32, almost level 35, which was the max level that the other guy was in, right? When he was showing off Final Fantasy mode. I'm kind of worried we're going to start over-leveling here because of all the side quests we do, right? Like, that's clearly what's happening. We're doing too many side quests, so we're getting too high in level.
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
What does this do? Interesting. Could be good, but not as good as the ability point one. I do want to get that fucking thunder. If I can.
I hope you didn't have too much.
Not at all. There you go. Ammonia leaf.
Only the usual.
What else do you need? I know that's not the end of his quest. It's going to need like a bunch of different things, I bet.
This is it.
Because they always do.
More than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly, I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions.
Yep.
I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
I wonder if this gives me more information about the curse. Like, does it tell me, like, hey, you now know that the brand, like, has the phoenix blood? Because that's, like, one of the things where it's like, why don't they, like, what are the things that, like, stops them from just covering up? Oh, well, it's simple. It's literally like a poison. Like, if you try to remove it, it's not just ink. You can paint over it, maybe, but they'll notice it, probably.
What's everyone whispering about?
And if you try to just, like, remove it haphazardly, it literally poisons the blood. It's like a fire alarm. You pull the alarm, and the fucking black ink gets all over your hands and stains your perfectly good clothes. Even though you're just trying to save a couple lives. What'd you find out about my boy?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
Been wanting to help a lot of people.
Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory.
What's the theory?
I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frost.
Oh my god. When did I make this joke? Fuck me. When did I make the joke? Fafnir. That's right. Was it when I was fighting Fafnir? I made the joke of like, oh, is Torgal gonna be like, Torgal's also, he's like a descendant of Fenrir. And fucking he is. I can't remember. Did I predict this or did I not predict it and only made the joke? I can't remember if I made the joke after he shut off his power. So last part, if I made the joke during last part, then it's not as good or funny and I'm fucking losing my mind. Because I could have sworn I made the reference like a couple parts ago or something where I was like, oh what? This is going to be like the icon of Fenrir or something, right? Fuck me. I wonder.
Wolf.
God, that's cool if it is. If I predicted that.
Do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Come on. Come on, Yoshi P. That's just, that's not funny. God damn it.
So we can get to work.
I shall be a
He
moment.
found his nose buried in my nuts. Like, what the fuck, Yoshi P? There's no way you didn't sign off on that line for the English dub. I wonder if the Japanese dub has, like, a very similar, like, balls pun or something. We weren't even worried about his appetite. We're worried about him turning to stone. That's the issue, right? Like, if him drawing ether will stone him like it does us. Or if humans just aren't meant to wield ether. That's why it doesn't work.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Sid and Mid, huh?
That's settled.
Who named their child? Was it Sid?
Down Kupka.
Like, I feel like it was probably Sid, right? Who named his daughter Mid? Because, let's be honest, Sid's probably not the most creative man in the world. Like, what? The Hideaway? Come on. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it was definitely Sid who named his daughter. He was like, what could I call her? I know, just like me. Sid the Second?
Always
No, that won't
something in
work.
there.
Ooh, what if I changed like the first letter or something? And that was all the thought he put into naming
How
his
goes
daughter.
the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
I wouldn't say that, Clive. I feel like it's going to be bad for our health to wait that long.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Is it going to be Odin? Or is it going to be Bahamut? It has to be one of the other icons, right?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Are we going to get more financial aid from Byron now or something? Story time. Shh.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What the fuck is with fucking Olivier? What is his deal?
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
I still don't know what his deal is.
One thing after another around here.
Unless Annabella is using him as a conduit to hopefully allow Ultima to consume, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on with her or him.
My dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velkroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velkroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
The slight little smile on his face. Adorable. Okay.
Otto.
I can only speak to Otto.
Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil, Suncaller, the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Cid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Potions. How am I doing? Maxed out. Good.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
New area, finally. Ooh, here we go. It's a whole new zone. A whole new zone. The Velkroy Desert. I wonder if this is where we fought enemies or not. Of course, the desert is going to be nice and wide open. It's probably easy to render with all the same colors just everywhere. No foliage, nothing. It's just bare sand as far as the eye can see, right? So
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the Sands. Cool.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruin. Mark 'em well, Clive.
Oh, fuck you. Sorry. Did I say something? My bad. I didn't mean to.
Too easy to loot.
I forgot to check for that item. It's either here or it might be at the only other place where you can buy stuff. Let's see. Was it here?
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Is that all?
That's right. I don't care about the cooldown times. Okay, let's head back. There we go. So now we got more ability points being earned. 20% more specifically during these normal combat encounters. So hopefully I'll be able to master that Ramu spell a lot more quickly. And with my new setup, I should be able to much better switch between blocking and dashing.
Easy does it.
All right.
Many years ago, when you were just born, you and I rode this place, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang. He left the country. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so
Because they're friendly.
eager to be there when your brother arrived.
They're not friendly. They're evil. I knew it. So you can't trust wild chocobos.
From the
You deserved it. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. That way I don't feel bad about it.
You bring those soldiers back?
Okay, looks like there's quite a bit of area to explore in this world, or in this section of the map. So this is probably the biggest zone.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Damn, this is cool. I'm liking this. Almost Knights of Arabia style area. Reminds me of Aladdin, which I believe is based on Knights of Arabia. Isn't it? Knights of Arabia, what is that? I forget what it is specifically.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
You get to play as Hooded Cly for a little bit. That'd be cool. Do a little bit more, less intrusive about our actions, maybe.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Wait, is it already done? Okay, no, good. That's a plate to our Waluda friends. I'm assuming. Unless she's bringing food to Joshua. That'd be interesting. She is bringing food to Joshua. Oh, no, she's not. That's interesting. So Joshua and Clive are like right next to each other here. Very close.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
I do think the situation is interesting. So we got the Reludians that we're after there. Joshua upstairs. We're downstairs. We're very close.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that.
You.
They didn't even stand a chance. I destroyed them all. Oh, that's funny. Are they gonna know that who we are? The girl upstairs? She'll be like, "It's your brother, Clive." Unless maybe Clive. It's very possible Joshua never said anything to her about us. So.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
It's gonna be vegetables, right? Left out.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
For me, it's the vegetables I don't like.
Well, if we didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door. Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Anything I can interest you in? Here you are.
Damn, I'm gonna have to start selling my old weapons. Only want to.
Pleasure trading with you. Thank you kindly.
Anything else I can take off your hands?
That's will damage. Interesting.
Thank you
Okay.
kindly.
Nah, it's fine.
Pleasure trading with you.
Don't use that ability.
Anything else I
Don't use
can
that
take
ability.
off your hands?
We'll never use that ability.
Thank you kindly.
We'll never use that ability.
Anything else I can take off your
well, I don't
hands?
plan on building around this ability.
Pleasure
Don't plan on building
trading
on this
with you.
ability.
Anything else I can take off your hands? Pleasure trading with you. Anything else I can take off your hands? Thank you kindly. Pleasure trading with you. Anything else I can take off your hands?
Can I hold more potions now? What?
Good day, my lord. An excellent choice. My thanks. An excellent choice. Here you are.
I'm not buying those elixirs back. I lost so much fucking money
Thank
from
you
that.
for your custom.
Fuck that shit. I can't believe I'm such a fucking dumbass. Of course I can't buy more. I was in the sell menu, you fucking idiot. I just sold all my potions.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Don't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Why does he speak to everyone like they're idiots?
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Sweet incense! What fuck's that?
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Wait!
Did you say wait? No, I don't wait. You guys attacked me. What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck off, dude, and die. Fuck off and die in a ditch, you fucking losers. What's next?
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
The most fragrant herbs and
My carpets?
Woman, no one wants to hear about your carpets.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Talent?
Trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stone. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Alrighty. So dealing with a band of thieves that we're going to be killing, probably.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
And one last person here. What do you got for me?
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him. Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right.
I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
Careful not to let one fall upon yours there, Uncle.
Velkroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It was nothing, don't worry about it.
Let's go.
All right. Look at Torgal running like a good dog. Hey, Chocobos.
Yes.
There's definitely going to be like chocobo races in the desert area, I bet, somewhere. It's like a mini game.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, What guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion, and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Okay, cool. All good. Just another day in the life of Clive or Sid the Outcast. Or Outlaw, my bad.
Well,
that's what Sid thought it was, the original Sid. He was like, Sid the Outcast, was it?
Performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
What's with the nicely rendered cutscene for that? There's no need for that.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Saver, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
Sand.
The way I see it,
Desert.
there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
All right.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Woman in the kitchen, baby. Them and their knives, am I right?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Everything I've worked.
I'm joking, obviously. I'm not
All
serious.
those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in
New
this
side
place.
quest. What do you got for me?
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source, but I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find.
All right. Simple enough, I'd say.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my...
Yes, I get it. Shut up. Let me just help you out, okay? I don't need you fucking crying and complaining and bitching and moaning. Let's just get this job done.
I'll be asking for you again.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of... You can't even... They've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and...
I'm not walking all the way back. Cuts and skip, so let's do it. How fast do you think the 100% speedrun is?
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalimil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy, and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we start. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalimil remark, but that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light, meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Velkroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Yeah, let's go do the hot water one, then we can teleport back and do the other one.
Needed to a silken softness.
Yeah, because we'll need to come back here anyway, so it wouldn't make sense to start going out there, do the quest, teleport back, do it, and then go back out there. So we'll do this. We'll finish this part of the quest, then we'll teleport back, go out the other way, deal with the other quest, and come back and turn in this quest once we're on our way.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubel?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Stelmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Nice lad, ain't he?
Good girl.
Yeah! Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. This would be a real pain in the ass. I have to go all the way down there, deal with the problem, and then teleport back and come all the way back down there. Because this is a long way to go out. So I definitely want to take care of this now. And yeah, in terms of story quests, we won't continue until next time. So we'll take this episode, finish up these 2 side quests, and then depending on how much time is left, I'm willing to go for 2.5 hours. If there's any more time left, we'll take a look, see if there's a hunt that we can get ready for next episode. Because I don't think we're not gonna have time to do any hunts, that's for certain. But we might have time to at least take a look and see what we have to do next time there. I gotta start editing these videos, so.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Why do I think my controls are being like kind of slowed or something? I don't know. That's weird. Oh, this guy's a heavy dude. That doesn't help. No, he's not. He's a light dude. I don't know why I was giving you the heavy reactions there. There we go. Done and done. Done and dusted. What I should be saying. Can I can't upgrade it. Oh, we just need 5,500 to master it. And we can get rid of that useless one that we have. The Dalamil Ilm. Almost said Ilm. That would have been stupid of me.
This is no good. I was hoping.
All right, let's ride, Chocobo friend, to finish our side quests and call today's part to an end. It's 11:30 p.m. Even though I don't have to work tomorrow at the same time as always, I still do need to go in because Canada's Day tomorrow. So I gotta go in and just do some side stuff. Unless I screw myself over for Sunday. That wouldn't be fun.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... Oh, you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits, and if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me.
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are.
No, do I have to go back? Okay, it's not as far. It's not as far. I can accept that one. We can hand in a quest along the way, so that's good.
What I'm hearing?
The finest.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Uh,
Bread warm from the oven.
I don't want to keep doing 2.5-hour parts, but I don't feel like ending it right now, you know?
The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something you to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time.
No money. He just gave me experience and I guess points. Oh. Reduce ignition cooldown time by 2.2. And Scarlet. Hey, that's what we needed. Good.
Sweet incense.
We should get going soon.
Now we can make that last Drake Slayer arm piece there.
One rock looks a lot like...
Sorry, Clive. I don't have time for your words right now. We gotta get going with the end of this episode here. At 2:26.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
That allows you to make the weapon more durable while also not having to, you know, beat it as much to densify it.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agreed.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so, but what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Probably charge me a fortune for it. It's a shame Asmongold doesn't do any of the side quests. Missing out on a lot of little bit of fun stories, you know. All right. Let's head. See, is there anything we can do at the hideaway? Is there new stuff? There is new stuff. Okay. So for next time, let's go take a look at what we're doing next time on Dragon Ball Z, which I'll probably be able to record it tomorrow.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Okay, so next time we're taking out this guy, I guess, in the Velkroy deserts. And then after that, we're moving on to the rest of the story, I guess. Hopefully we'll get to take out Titan finally. But we'll see. Until then, hope you guys all enjoyed. If you didn't, that's fine. You don't have to, I guess. Until next time, goodbye, everyone.